Greetings, this is the Villainous Queen of Hearts. Welcome to my kingdom here in Wonderland. And today I'll be talking about Dungeon Reset. It's a web novel on TappyToon. You can read the first 5 episodes for free. After that, you're going to have to use their currency in there, like the in-app currency, to purchase it. I think it's like 300 coins. I have yet to earn any free coins for that to purchase episode 6, so this is all just the first 5 episodes for free. And the story so far, which I like, and I'm thinking about continuing, is, forgive me for butchering his name, Daewon, I think it's Daewon, falls down into a trap after beating one of the final stage bosses. And assumingly, with his party, by the way, they assume he died because he fell into a trap and he was impaled, and he was supposed to die because that was supposed to kill him. He got impaled. And, but he still had enough strength to, remove himself from the little spike thing. And it's weird that none of them bothered to look down there. I think it closed. I can't swear to it. I can't remember that much. He crawls a little ways away, thinks he's gonna die, so he's laying up against something. And the rabbit, which is the reason why I'm reading this, because I saw the cover when I was looking for something to read on TappyToon. I saw the cover, and the rabbit reminded me of like my personal henchman, the little bunny white rabbit that hops around delivering my messages and sings my praise. Anyway. So he looked like him, and I was trying to make sure he didn't try to get a new gig that he didn't tell me about. It's not him. It's his twin brother, apparently. Anyway, so he shows up. He tells them that they won, and everyone's like, yay, so we get to go back home now, right? You said if we killed the boss, we get to go. So like sort of online. But, which is what this kind of reminds me of a little bit. And the rabbit was like, oh, no, this is getting me the game. This is only stage 1. You now get to move on to stage 2, which they are not happy about. But there's a flashback scene that shows if you get too aggressive with the rabbit, he will kill you. Like, if you've seen Dunkarumpa, you pretty much got the idea of what happens. Because someone did go like, we're not going to play your stupid game, and then gets killed for... Except that didn't actually happen in Dunkarumpa, not like that. It was something different. You would need to watch Dunkarumpa because I'm not saying that well. One moment. Apologies. It was my 2 dogs. Anyway, so the rabbit, one of the perks of clearing the stage is they get a full recovery. So the guy who's supposed to die, Daewon, he gets healed and survives, but his party doesn't know that. The assistant doesn't even know that. Am I speaking too loudly? My apologies. I'll try. I'm gonna try to keep my voice down, so I'm not too loud. And the party leader who lost his arm, he gets that back because of the full recovery thing, which is neat. So now you know if you lose a limb, hopefully you can beat one of the stage bosses and get that back. He gets his arm back. He lost it because he tried to protect Daewon, who is not the fighter in their group. He's sort of like the pack mule. He carries all their stuff because he doesn't really have a fighting skill. He's got purification skill, so he is useful. Because in order to survive there, they need to eat the monsters, and the monsters are tainted, so he can purify said meat, which is tainted. So that's why he's useful. And now that he's dead, as far as his team knows, I don't know how they're planning on eating again. Hopefully stage 2 doesn't have tainted monster meat. Anywho, so he tries calling out for his friends. They don't hear him. The door shuts and he's stuck down there by himself in that trap. Sometime later, the assistant finds him, freaks out, and is like, no, you're supposed to be dead. And the guy's like, well, I'm not. So can I join off with my party? And the rabbit's like, no. Because you were supposed to die. You're not supposed to be alive, and it would be too much of a hassle to try to get you out here so you can rejoin your party. And see, even check this. And there's an error by his name, and the rabbit was like, aha, see? That's why I can't even remember your name despite remembering who you are. Because I remember seeing you when I brought everyone here. The system recognizes you as dead. And the rabbit's solution to that is, since the dungeon's gonna reset anyway, and that guy's got no hope or chance of getting out of that little tunnel trap thing he's in, the pit's not a tunnel, pit he's in, the rabbit just leaves him there for dead because he reached enlightenment, and that was what enlightened Bunny thought would be the best solution. So he says, stay down here and starve to death, since that will be the most peaceful option for you, because there's no way in heebie-jeebies you're going to survive by yourself in this dungeon, because you would have to clear it all over again and fight that final boss. And it took a whole group of people, I think 6. I think it was part of 6. They started off, I think, with 300 people, but like Sword Art Online, they either turned against one another or were kind of like offed by other monsters. So the rabbit leaves him there for dead. The opening to the pit thing closes, and he can't climb out. He tried. There's not enough groove for him to purchase onto, and the walls are too slick and moist. But thankfully, remember how I said he was a pack mule? He had just enough meat, I think 99 meat, more than 99, because there was 99, 99, 99. Again, because when you play games, sometimes has different slots for it. Anyway, he has all that, and he said he could survive, I think, a year and a half off of it until the next party arrives. Because the rabbit, I left out, the rabbit did mention that he was going to bring in more players for stage 1. So his plan is to wait out and hope that he can hopefully join those players when they get there, because he was going to call out to them. Unfortunately, after I think a week maybe of being down there, I can't remember how long it said, he gave up on that plan when he realized there's no guarantee that the people he meets later, the new people, will be any good. They could be sick people like the previous ones were. Not his party, because his party was filled with better people. But when his party was forming and first there, like I said, there was I think 100, maybe 300, and they all got offed because some of them were PvPing. So it's a gamer term, I know that, because I played those games, but it still sounds weird for me to say PvP. Anyway, and so he figures if he can't climb out, he can dig his way out. And now that I'm saying this, it kind of reminds me of a different anime where this guy gets trapped down somewhere. Can't remember it. And it's an isekai. Pretty much, technically, this one. Anyway, not technically. He uses alchemy. It's not in reviewing that one, so let's focus on Dungeon Reset. And he tries to dig his way out, which is going sort of nice, but he needs something first to work as a shovel, so he uses some skewer things he has and digs and gains dirt manipulation. Very fascinating skill. If he practices it good enough, he'll probably be like Toph. Now, that's about as far as I got, because I think episode 5 ends somewhere around there, so I can't tell you more, and I don't know how good it's gonna be, but so maybe if you read it, I'll look into it later, because that's one of the reasons why I'm on the fence of continue reading it, is because I'm kind of tired of harems in isekai, and I am a little concerned if this is going to be one of those where he does get a harem, or if he's going to be overpowered. Because don't get me wrong, I do like some overpowered isekai ones. Would Shield Hero count as that? I don't think Shield Hero counts as a power. Technically, I guess, because he later on gets some buff skills. I haven't caught up in the light novel, and I read a bit of the web novel. Anyway, so that's where my reluctance is, because I'm not in the mood for another power fantasy story, and that's one of my concerns on it. It's pretty fun so far, and I hope it does keep that. Maybe it might have a little slice of life element. I mean, the only reason I did read this is because it looked like a little bit like Wonderland. And as I was reading it, I started to realize, I think I read the web comic to this. 'Cause I looked it up. It has one. But I didn't remember it that well, because I didn't think I cared too much for it. webcomic wise, novel wise, I am very into it, and I'm wanting to continue. Because I think webcomic, I've only read like 2 chapters and then I gave up on it. It might have been because of the art. Because I looked it up, and I don't think the art was too great, in my opinion. I can be a little picky. I mean, I can still read things if I don't think the art's that great. But for that one, the story, I guess, didn't feel too great webcomic-wise. And I don't know. I just don't know. And now, I'm just not so sure if I want to like continue reading this, because I'm a little bit concerned might have forced harem. And I'm saying forced because most of the harems I can't remember an anime I watched where the harem felt natural. Maybe other than High School DxD. I think you would. Do you say the X in High School DxD, or do you say High School DD? Because High School DD does not sound that great. That one I think did the harem just fine. I also like the harem in what was it called? It's the one with Katarina on it. My Next Life as the Villainess or something like that. All Roads Lead to Doom or something like that. I like the harem in that one. I think that one was fine. And plus it's comedy, so I don't take it too seriously anyway. I don't like the harem in that one with the guy. He's got white hair, red eye because he's got an eye patch in the other one. He's dating a vampire, and then there's a bunny girl that gets added to his harem, and then there's a dragon chick that gets added to his harem. Then I think his teacher gets added to his harem. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure she does though. That one, not too fond of. I mean, he's not a bad character. I think he's pretty fun. I like that he doesn't really care about the opinions of other people. But then again, I think that's most overpowered isekai ones when they got like an edgelord. And I don't mind the edgelord stuff too. I'm getting off track here. So if I do keep reading it, I might do another video on it. I just don't know how many episodes in it's going to take for me to do that though. But if you've read Dungeon Reset and would like to talk to me about it, I do have a Twitter. You can go to me. It's at Villy, Villy Hart, I think. Or is it Hart Villy? I think it's at Villy Hart. You can't miss me. And I'm still called the Villainous Queen of Hearts on Twitter or X, whichever you want to call it. I still call it Twitter because X sounds stupid to say sometimes. Or you can try doing it in the comment section, even though sometimes YouTube doesn't let me know that I get a comment, which is why I don't always respond back to them. Because YouTube doesn't let me know about it. Anyway, that's all I really have to say. I just really wanted to get this video out because I want to start making videos on here, and this felt like a good start than any. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll probably start doing more about other web novels. But be warned, it's mostly going to be about fantasy and isekai, since that's my favorite type of genre. I like fantasy, and isekai is usually fantasy. I have yet to find a sci-fi one. If you do know an isekai sci-fi one, please let me know, because I would like to check that out. Okay, anyway, bye. Thank you.